Good afternoon, loyal subjects. That obviously only includes 55% of my Scottish subjects. This year's message will be relatively quick because I'm terribly busy reigning over 16 nations, supremely governing a church, defending a faith, and heading a commonwealth. And by the way, well done to the church for the women bishop decision. It's about bloody time. It's been a rush to get everything organised for the family to be at Sanctionham for the festive season. It's going to be a quiet house, quite a full house this year, except for the Middletons, who cannot make it, mainly due to them not actually having been invited. Harry's a little upset about this. He seemed quite keen to show Pippa his new mistletoe belt buckle. So, what's been important to the family this year? Well, there's the World Cup. We watched many of the games until we were unfortunately knocked out. I had a text from Camilla early in the proceedings. Really getting into the World Cup spirit. Got a Brazilian. All I could think is, this is one. I hope she's talking about one of her servants. Charles is still harping on about the abdication of King Juan Carlos of Spain in favour of his son. And isn't it wonderful what some parents do for their children? Well, Charles, abdication may be all the rage on the continent, but over on the right side of the channel, we're more finely children's sense of commitment. In fact, on that note, every year Charles records his own Christmas message. Oh, he brings it round on DVD. We put it on and just pretend it's live on television. Give me strength. It's been a remarkable year, commemorating the centenary of World War I. I personally found the poppy installation at the Tower very moving. However, I was quite concerned at one point this year when one thought Russia and Ukraine were actually planning to mark the centenary of the full-scale reenactment. Of course, one of the most important events this year was the Scottish referendum on independence, and I'm thrilled that Scotland voted to stay part of the United Kingdom. Mind you, at one point we were hoping Scotland might actually vote yes, which would have meant the rest of the UK wouldn't have to endure another Jules Holland's New Year's hootenanny on the BBC. As for the BBC, all I will say is getting quite tiresome watching the only episode of Top of the Pops 2 that they're still able to show. Very touching. On the same subject, the portrait Ross Harris did of one has been consigned to the attic. So back to the Scottish referendum. I could not let my my message pass without responding to Cameron saying that had I purred down the phone at him when I heard the result, well, it was no thanks to him that we almost lost Balmoral. I had to stop the Duke of Edinburgh heading off to Parliament to finish what Guy Fawkes had started. Cameron only actually keeps his position because the alternative might be that frightful fellow Farage. If he should ever become PM, heaven forbid, is he seriously suggesting that Prince Philip returns to Greece and one returns to Germany? I hear he had a jolly good time in the Bell Inn in Bath, being asked to leave because his campaigning in the pub was felt to be inappropriate. I am now considering making Bath a royal city. But while I'm at it, Sir Russell Brand might put the cat amongst the pigeons too. Purred down the phone at him, well, I never. I have a couple of subjects from Bath who have written in their own special moments of 2014. Fleur writes, "What a magical year for me. I would like to send out an enormous thanks again to all of you lovely people for your help, love, support, and still being my friends after any bridezilla moments. This year saw a proposal, a divorce, 3 festivals, a Kate Bush dance, 2 hen do's, a dozen red roses, a wedding, traffic warden chaos, 3 honeymoons, a new job. Oh, looking forward to a few less life changes in 2015. Vic Pens. Hello, Queenie. If you could mention my whirlwind 3 weeks in the summer when I was freed from the tyranny of paid work, coupledom, and a cyst the size of a golf ball. All 3 good weight loss methods. Misery, starvation, and having a bit of yourself sliced off by a very excited doctor." Jenny writes, "Mom, as one of your loyal subjects, I broke royal protocol by sharing Henry the most excellent horse box at the start of the festival season. Although my practical skills were clearly lacking when it came down to setting up camp, she's certainly no girl guide, you know. You decided against the gallows, and I lived to see another year. Of course, the other marvellous news is that one can confirm that William and Catherine's spare heir is due in April next year. I thought that the timing of the announcement was just perfect. Mind you, it was a close call as to whether we might have to also announce the name would be William Wallace Robert Bruce Burns Billy Connolly Ewan McGregor. So this child will be fourth in line to the throne. Charles says it's a really slow-moving line. Euro Disney lines might even be moving faster. So this year it'll be family at home for Christmas, just like all of you will be eating, drinking, playing card games. Although last year's game of charades may not be on the cards, with Edward acting out Strictly Come Dancing in full sequin costume, Camilla taking the extraordinarily long time to act out her film The Queen, and Harry's interpretation of Free Willy was just totally inappropriate. So I am now off for an unconstitutionally large gin and tonic. In fact, I shall probably be doing a few lengths in a lake of gin over the festive period. Sometimes the Saga Christmas cruise gets more and more appealing. After my message, I do try not to drop off in front of the TV. It's most annoying to be constantly shaken awake by Charles saying, "So is she dead yet?" Once Christmas is over, we have a New Year's party planned. We have taken delivery of some nibbles from Iceland. Well, one is reported to be down on one last million. A few gallons of gin, and for Camilla, a cigar the size of a rolled-up mattress. The theme of the party is leaders of the world. Harry has hired a Kim Jong-un costume. The Duke of Edinburgh will be in full bare-chested Vladimir Putin mode. Edward will no doubt be dressed in tinsel. Thank God we don't let Hello Magazine come to our parties. So on that note, may I wish all my subjects a marvellously festive season and a peaceful, happy new year. Camilla, what are you doing? Take the crown off, Camilla!